How's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys. And today we're going to be doing my full review of the TierGrade Quick Charge 2.0 fast syncing and fast charging 6-pack USB, micro USB charging cables. Now, I've been using this for a couple of days, and guys, let me tell you, it's been a long couple of days, but I think I pretty much got a handle on everything I want to talk about with you guys for this full review, so it's time to shoot. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall build quality and durability of the cables. Now, my rap job isn't the best, so please forgive me. But from a build quality perspective, these TierGrade cables are constructed quite well indeed. It feels very sturdy in the hand. The cables feel quite thick. It really feels quite constructed quite well. Sorry, I was at a loss for words there. And a neat little feature that I like is that it tells you with this little branding here which way to insert the cable, so you can never get confused. Even late at night when it's dark, you just look for that, and that's the way you plug it in. So that's pretty cool. So from a build quality perspective, these cables are constructed quite well. That's cool. Now, also, from a durability perspective, they are quite durable as well. Now, I have the big cables here, but I've tested all the cables, and trust me guys, I've snagged it a few times already, and they still function as if brand new, and I've had no issues with the cables whatsoever. I've even tripped over it a couple times because, you know, we got the 6-footer, we got the 10-footer, and so, you know, it was bound to happen. But they still function as if brand new, so that's just a testament to the durability. And honestly, I feel like these cables are going to last a really long time. So that's pretty good. So the durability is pretty good. Alright. Next, let's talk about the length, which I kind of already talked about. Now, TierGrade, in the 6-pack, they provide a variety of different lengths. You have your 3-footers right here. Then you have your 10-footer. Then you have your 6-footer. Then you have a 1-footer. So, from a length perspective, you're not going to have any issues finding the right cable to do what you need to do. They actually provided everything in there for you, so you're not going to have any issues when it comes to that. So lengthwise, we're good to go. Good to go indeed. No problems. Next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the charging times and the data speeds. Now, for this particular test, to test these particular cables, I used 3 devices. I used my Note 3, I used my Droid Turbo, and I use my Moto X Pure Edition, which I'm using to record this video. That's why you don't see it in the frame. And now, I must say that from a charging perspective, it took, with the cables and this wall brick here, which supports quick charge, I believe it says it. Says it supports quick charge right there. So, even with this quick charging wall brick and these quick charging cables, I found that on average, it took my devices anywhere from 2 hours to 2.5 hours to go from, first one was 10% to 100, the second one was 15% to 100, and the third one was 20% to 100. Now, that was strictly for testing purposes, but me myself, I usually let my devices run down to 10% and then I charged them to 100. So I found that on average with these 3 devices, it took anywhere from 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Now keep in mind, there's some things you can do to make this go faster that I did not do. One, you could turn off your device. Devices tend to charge faster when they're not in use. I did not do that because, you know, I use my devices for a lot. My smart devices kind of are like my mobile office devices. I'm always answering email, checking social media, browsing the web, looking for new deals. So I can't really afford to have my devices down for any periods of time. So I didn't really turn them off. But keep in mind that if you wanted to charge a little bit faster, it's always good to turn it off and let it charge. But I did not do that. Now, next, keep in mind that it will also charge faster depending on the type of device that you have. Now, the Droid Turbo here has a Quad HD display. So what does that mean? That even while charging, if you leave the display on, it's still going to suck a lot of juice while it charges. The Note 3 here has a 1080p 5.7-inch display, and it does get quite bright. So if you leave your device on and you leave the screen on and you have it at high brightness, it will suck a lot of juice while it charges. And the same thing can be said for the Moto X Pure Edition that I'm using to film this video with. It also has a Quad HD display, which is at 5.7 inches, which also sucks a lot of juice if you leave the display on while it charges. So just letting y'all know that there's a lot of factors that go into the speed at which devices charge. And as I've said, on average, with my 3 test devices, or my devices that I used for this test, it was taking anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours to charge. Now, that's not as fast as I was expecting, but it's still rather quick. Let me put this into perspective for y'all. With the Moto X Pure Edition and the Droid Turbo, I use a Motorola Quick Charger. Now, with the same test, we're going to talk about the Note 3 in a minute. With the same test, 10% to 100 with the Quick Charger on the Droid Turbo. Let me get my notes here. With the Quick Charger on the Droid Turbo took about an hour. That's going from 10% to 100%. On the same device, from 15% to 100% took about, what is that? I think I wrote that down wrong. Okay, whoops. 10%. Okay, my bad. My mistake. 10% to 100% on the Droid Turbo with the turbocharger took an hour and 10 minutes. 15% to 100% took an hour. And 20% to 100% took 45 minutes. So, and like I said, on average with the TierGrade cables, I was looking at 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes, and 2 hours and 30 minutes respectively. So anywhere from around 2 hours to 2.5 hours. And now with the Moto X Pure Edition on the turbocharger, from 10% to 100 takes about an hour. From 15% to 100 takes about 45 minutes. And from 20% to 100 takes about 35 minutes. So again, you can see, and it's similar results for the Note 3, which charges a little bit faster because it has a lower resolution display. But on average, with the TierGrade cables, it was pretty much 2 hours and 30 minutes, or 2 hours flat to 2 hours and 30 minutes, give or take a few minutes. So, it was still quick, but it's not as quick as the included chargers with these devices. So, you know, that's the one downside that I had to these cables. But it is what it is. Next, when it comes to data transfer speeds, however, I must say that these TierGrade cables, even the big guy here, performed really, really well. Now, I did some sample videos at 1080p, and I even uploaded the unboxing to my computer, and then I uploaded it to YouTube, and that unboxing was at least an 8-minute video, and that 8-minute video to transfer from the phone to the computer took about 60 seconds. So the data transfer speeds are pretty good, and that was a 1 gigabyte file. Alright, and I did the test with the regular USB on my computer, still got similar results. Took about 1 minute and 10 seconds. With the USB 3.0 port on my computer, took about 60 seconds. So I did that. So I transferred a big video file, and the data speeds were actually pretty good. So quick data syncing speeds. Yes, these cables do that quite well. All right. So moving on. The next thing I want to talk about with you guys, before we get ready to wrap it up here, is some positives and negatives. Alright, so let's get into this. The first thing I want to talk about are the positives. Now, from a positive perspective, what do you get here? You get some nice, high quality, really rugged cables, which perform really, really well, with some really, really fast data transfer speeds, and some slightly above average, I would say, charging speeds. Alright, so on the negative side, what are you getting? Well, there's really only one negative here, and oh, my bad. Also on the positive side, you're getting a variety of lengths of different cables. A variety of different lengths for different cables. Sorry, having trouble talking today. So that's also a positive, because you have 1 foot, 3 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet. So you have a variety of different lengths of cables to suit any of your needs. So that's a positive. Now, on the negatives, there weren't really much negatives, if not only the one. It doesn't really charge as fast as I would like. As I've said, it took about 2 to 2.5 hours to charge my devices, and that is a lot slower than the standard chargers that come with these devices. But keep in mind now, all of these devices that I used to do this test support some form of quick charging. Turbocharger for the Droid Turbo, turbocharger for the Moto X Pure Edition, and USB 3.0 quick charging for the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and their default chargers, are the chargers that come in the box, are really made for those devices. So the fact that using the TierGrade cables, that it didn't charge as fast, sure, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. No device is perfect. So that's pretty much the positives and the negatives for you guys. Now moving on, let's talk about the price, and then I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. So, price-wise, as I've said in the unboxing, I was invited to the Amazon Reviewers Club. So, this video was made possible thanks to that club. And the overall price on Amazon, because this was purchased from Amazon, and it did come rather quickly, because I have Amazon Prime, but the overall price was about $12.99, so you can call it $13. And you guys may be wondering, for $13, do I recommend that you guys pick up these cables? And I have to say, yeah, I definitely recommend it. And if you're picking it up from Amazon, if you don't have Amazon Prime, sorry about those notifications, guys. If you don't have Amazon Prime, keep in mind that you're going to pay a little bit extra for shipping and handling. But Would I still recommend it even after shipping and handling and all that? I'd have to say yes. Because, as I've said, you're getting a quality cable that's really going to last, that really does have really fast data transfer speeds. Although it does fall short on the charging speeds, nothing is perfect. Everything is built by humans, and humans are subject to error. So you gotta take that to account. So would I recommend that you guys pick up these cables for $13? Yes, yes. And also, I also want to say again, Amazon did a great job with the shipping, and it actually got here quite quickly. So yeah, because y'all know I've had some issues with Amazon in the past where even though I have Amazon Prime, stuff doesn't come as fast as it's supposed to. So I figured now when it comes on time, you get your kudos for it coming on time. If it comes late, you get your strike for it coming late. So this particular device or product came on time, so Amazon get their kudos for it coming on time, like they said. So again, I can recommend that you pick these guys up, because these are a really solid set of cables, and you really should have no issues charging any of your devices as long as they have micro USB charging ports. So I think that pretty much does it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and make sure you tap the little bell so you get notified as soon as new videos become available on YouTube. And as always, guys, links will be down in the video description on where you can pick these guys up at the absolute best prices. And last but not least, if you know anyone out there looking for some high quality performing devices and products at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. Alright guys, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.